Hi, I'm Paul Wilson. I'm the creator of Swing Machine Golf and the director of the Paul Wilson Golf School at Bears Best Las Vegas. In this tip, I want to teach you how to get the ball out of plugged lies in the greenside bunker. So a lot of people will take a look at lies like this and, it looks like a real scary shot. So hopefully I can give you the information you need to allow you to get these shots out without a problem. So first thing we want to understand is this shot, we're not going to be hitting this like we hit a normal greenside bunker shot. Okay, in the normal greenside bunker shot, we hit those with the face open. And in doing so, we aimed our body in an open position to counteract the fact that the ball would fly to the right for a right-handed golfer. Okay, so in this situation, we're not going to be having our golf club in an open face, because if the face is open when we hit this shot, the golf club really just skims that top layer of sand. Well, because the ball's buried, we need to be able to dig this out of there. So if we square up the face and we make that same swing, you can see that it really digs in. So that's what's necessary in order to get this ball out of this lie. Now, if you're hitting a shot with a square face, we don't need to aim in an open position, because if we do, we're going to end up hitting the ball off target. So what we want to do is we want to just set up to the ball with a square stance. Okay, so we're going to come in like this. We're going to still dig in. We want to dig our feet in 2 or 3 inches, and we're digging them in on a line that is square to our target. From here, we're doing our normal grip at the very end of the golf club. Okay, you don't want to be gripping down on this golf club, because then your club's not going to enter and take enough sand. So we want to be gripping at the very end of the golf club. We do our normal grip. Now as we set up to this, we're setting up with the face in a square position. Now from here, what I want to do to hit this actual shot, I want to get the sensation that I'm picking the golf club up in the backswing, because remember, I need this feeling that I'm hitting down on the ball so the club takes enough sand to allow the ball to get out of this this lie here. So I want to get the feeling that I'm picking the golf club up a little more vertically as I'm going into the backswing. Then from there, I'm just going to basically hit down behind the golf ball. Now I'm hitting down because I do want to remove all that sand along with the ball. So in a case like this, if the golf club is really descending, my club right here may not go all the way through to a full follow-through position. So what's going to happen is it's probably going to get stuck right in about here, maybe up a little higher, but we're probably not going to be doing a full follow-through position. Okay, because the golf club's descending quite severely here. Okay, so from here, we're doing our normal setup position. We're digging in. We're in a square stance. We've got the club face in a square position. Ball position for me right here, I've got it just slightly forward of center. You don't want to drop it back too much, because again, we need the golf club to take sand. So we need the golf club to be able to hit the sand instead of the golf ball. So we want to play the ball still a little bit forward in our stance. Now from right here, I'm going to pick the golf club up and just basically hit down. And you can see that the ball pops out of there. I did actually have to hit, pretty hard there. This isn't just a gentle shot, because your golf club is going to hit that sand, and if you're not swinging hard enough at it, it's just going to stop right at the sand. So you're going to end up looking kind of like this, and that ball's really not going to go anywhere. It'll probably end up right about here. Okay, so we have to swing with enough force that we propel the ball forward. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to understand it. If we just do our setup, our normal setup, we dig down, have the face square, have our normal ball position, which is just slightly forward of center. We get the feeling that we're picking the club up and hitting down, that ball will pop right out. Okay, so there's one other little tip that I want to give you, especially for more experienced players. Sir Nick Faldo talked about this at one point. I can't remember where I heard it from him, but what he suggested was you can vary the ball position if you want to to vary the different amounts of roll on your shots. So imagine if the pin is right on the very front of the green. In a case like that, you can actually play the ball a little more forward. Okay, if you play the ball forward, it's going to potentially go a little bit higher, but it's not going to roll as far. So you want to be just moving the ball a little bit forward in your stance. For a medium pin placement, put the ball back in the normal position that we were just doing. And then if you want to hit the ball with a little less spin on it, you'll get a little bit more roll. Just move it back a little tiny bit in your stance. So just experiment with those 3 different positions. I've tried it and it does actually work. So give that a try if you want to be able to dial it in a little bit. But don't necessarily do that until you've mastered hitting these shots, okay? You want to be able to at least get the ball out of here pretty successfully most of the time, and then you can start experimenting with it. Okay, so let me do one more for you. I dig in, face is square, ball position just a little forward of center. I pick the club up and hit down. Follow through doesn't go all the way through, but the ball pops right out and gets onto the green. Make sure you ask your questions, post your comments below. I'll try to get to as many as I can.